Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can make a character look very good in a very short amount of time. And I know that it's achievable because I've been through all of that long process of drawing and practicing, but at the end of it I figured it out and now I'm going to show you how you're gonna achieve this yourself. So the first thing that you need to know is that this is not really a shortcut, even though it's like really faster than what I've been through, but you can't really take a shortcut when it comes to life. I know that you've guessed it, it's practicing. But it's not like you can practice in any kind of way that you want to, because that's a very big mistake that I've made and I don't want you to repeat the same. And in order to not repeat that mistake, you need to set your goals for your drawing. You have to be able to understand what the trajectory in your whole artwork is. After you become really clear on that part, we now know what the process should look like, what the system would look like if that was the goal. I'm gonna give you an example right now because I know that it seems a little bit vague the way that I'm talking about it. I'm gonna give you my own example. I was really interested in semi-realistic painting and cartoonish sort of look. Without even paying attention to that goal, I went through a series of just practices that never ever interpreted itself into my artwork. And those practices were me just copying a reality image and not even studying, not even, defining what the rules of every structure is, and not knowing anything about the simplistic ways that you can just make your story and not care about any kind of rules. I didn't even know what my goal was, to be honest with you. I didn't even sit down to write my goals and really define what the process should look like for that specific goal. If you're an artist, you don't have to be just an artist. Like, you don't have to just make art. You have to have other goals as well. You have to know what the overall trajectory in your artwork should be, and that should be determined in the first few years of going into this direction of artistic endeavors. If you don't do that, then you will repeat the same mistake that I made, and you're not even gonna know what the direction of your life should be, because guess what, if you're an artist, then that is your business and you should take care of that. But how can you even practice the goal that you want to actually achieve? Because that seems a little bit unclear too. It's not really clear to me either, because for the past couple of years I've been really going from this style to another, and I was like hopping. I still don't know how really that works, why I did that. Maybe that improved my art, but I don't think so. But here's what you should be doing. You should pick artists that you really love and study their work. What sort of artist you gravitate toward? Is it semi-realistic artist? Is it cartoonish sort of style? What sort of style and what sort of artist work you are more gravitated toward? Once you know what that is, you have to be able to copy their work in the first few weeks of drawing, because when you copy somebody's work, you get to know what their thoughts are. Like, you kind of study them. Once you're able to know what sort of feature you're really attracted towards, then it's like you know exactly what your style should look like, because now you know what sort of feature that artist has, that artwork has, that you want to implement in your own art style as well. And that is what you should do after copying other artists' work, because you can't copy them forever, like you have to practice your own art style at the same time. So these two practices should come alongside each other, and they shouldn't be really separate. And after you finish one sketchbook at least, you're now an artist. Congratulations, your style has been completely developed, and now you can improve on that style forever, and it can go so faster once you get the style, once you get the hang of it. Like once you're really clear on what your trajectory is, what your style is going to be, what you're gonna develop upon, what you're gonna grow, after those periods are gone, you're now in heaven. And that is the reality of ours. So you now found your style and you can improve on it every single day, by practicing every day. But is it gonna become faster? Are you gonna become faster at drawing overall? Let me tell you what you're gonna do to become faster. Once you practice it, once you know your style and the basic features that goes into that style, you now know what the feature of that style is. So what you should do is to practice drawing so many things, not just one thing, but drawing so many things. But of course, if your goal is to be, a portrait artist, then you're not gonna draw everything. You're gonna draw portraits every day. Because why should you draw anything else? It's like, yes, of course, if you draw something else, like you're gonna become more aware of structures and all that, but that is not for every day. Your everyday practice should be portrait practicing, and that is enough if you're gonna become a portrait artist. But you know what I really want to actually point to here is that your goal should be the priority. If your goal is to become a storyteller by, illustrating children's books or animating or, making animation or something like that, then your goal should be to draw everything that you can possibly think of in your own style. You can't go anywhere else but in that specific area that you found to be your style. You can't just draw something in your style and then something else is incohesive to your style, and that is gonna make the entire illustration look pretty bad. And what you're gonna do is to just know what your style is and what the basic feature of your style is. So if you know what the basic feature is, you can implement that in your entire drawing, in your entire painting. Every piece of your painting is gonna be just consisted of your own style and nothing else. It's just gonna look very good and beautiful. If your goal for drawing is not really anything like storytelling, maybe it's making stickers or making, designs, logo designs, or anything in that area of designing, then your goal should be different. Your process should be different as well. Your practices every day should match that goal. You don't have to practice randomly. You don't have to waste your time practicing randomly. You have to know what sort of practices should be done in every day so that you're going to achieve that goal faster. You have to write it down. You have to write down everything about your style and how you can implement practices, how you can plan and budget practicing in every day so that your goal is going to be achieved. And that's how you become so fast at what you do, and it's not going to take you as long because you've been practicing that same thing forever, and it becomes the habit of your mind, and you become, it's like automation. You have automated that part of your mind so that it doesn't even take up any of your attention. It just goes along as you're drawing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I can see you in the next video. Have a nice week, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it really helps. I hope that you have actually learned something.